Hello, Slicey Dicers. This is Brian with another knife video for you. Today we have another EDC update. I do these monthly, and I'm a few days late. I apologize. I think this is going to go up on the 4th. And yeah, I'm a couple days late. Sorry about that. But this is my most carried for October of 2019. I like to do these videos because A, you guys watch them. B, it gives you an update of stuff that I really like. Because these are the things that I carry for me. If I'm doing a review knife, usually I'm carrying two, not always, but sometimes. So these are the ones that I carry just for me, not for review or anything like that. It's the stuff that I've gotten through the door that I really like. As usual, we're going to do two secondaries, sort of. I'm going to do my secondary and then that I've been carrying a whole lot, and then another one that I think deserves kind of an honorable mention as a situational sort of knife. And then my 5 primaries that I've been carrying. It's winter time. I can carry, now I wear a jacket all the time. The nice thing about jackets is more pockets. So I usually have a larger knife in my jacket and a smaller one in my pocket. That's just how I've been doing it lately, how I've done it a lot. Let's just get going before I ramble on any farther. First up, we'll do the honorable mention because I've not had this long, but I've been carrying it a whole lot since I got it. And honestly, I don't feel like I did it justice in the review. I gave it a very positive review, but the amount that I've been wanting to carry this thing and use it, schmutz on the blade, I don't think I really did it justice. That's the Real Steel Luna. Anytime I need to carry like a gentlemanly sort of knife when I have comedy gigs and things like that, or I'm just going out, yeah, I love this thing. I really do. Very ultra modern slip joint, I guess that's the term that I use to describe them. Awesome knife, full titanium N690 steel. Right around $100. I do apologize for the fact this is the second time I've featured in a video, and you can still only get them from the Real Steel website. So I do apologize about that. They're not available everywhere yet. They're $120 on the Real Steel website, but once they're available more places, I assume they're going to be less expensive than that. Blade HQ has an exclusive coming up with carbon fiber instead of the titanium. That one's $90. I would expect the titanium one is still going to be a little bit more than that, but I can't be positive about that. So somewhere in that $90 to $100 range is what I would expect them to be. Poltergeist design, just a great knife, very slicey. I love the pocket clip. The slip joint is like just the right amount of tension on it. I like the look of it. This is just fantastic. I'm really falling in love with this knife. It is very, very excellent. Maybe my favorite Real Steel to date, which is saying a lot because I really like the Metamorph. But this is approaching it. My secondary I've carried the most still. This is probably going to be this way for a lot of months. Is the Dragonfly Warncliffe. It's just a great little 5th pocket, coin pocket, whatever you want to call it, kind of knife. I love the warning for usual EDC tasks, open packages and all that. We've been down this road before. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this one, but great knife. Still a bit overpriced, I think, but they're like, what, $65, something like that. It's pretty pricey for VG10 and FRN, but I still really, really like it. Next up, this one kind of surprised me. This is one I got in for review as a curiosity. And then I've been carrying it a whole lot. And that is the Kershaw Emerson CQC 4XL with the new D2 blade. Yeah, it's way bigger than I usually carry. It's honestly a bit heavier than I usually carry, but there it is. I've been carrying it a whole lot. I added up. I keep a little spreadsheet. I added everything up. I've been carrying it a whole lot. It's just cool, and the little wave feature is fun when you have it in your front pocket or your jeans. You know, you can just pull it out and it just snaps out. And don't do that around civilians, though. I've learned that it's people get a bit antsy when you do that sometimes. I mostly just use the thumb disc, but I love Emerson designs. Don't always like the execution of the real Emersons, and the Kershaw Emersons always had 8CR13 MOV, so I wasn't that into them. But now, yeah, D2 one. I hope they do a lot more of the Emersons in D2. I would love to see Kershaw do one of the smaller Emerson designs in D2, because this is a bit big. But it's only $57. It's a budget knife, unquestionably, and it's great. I really do like it. It's so comfortable to use, Ergos are good. It's got that cool wave feature when you want to use it. Yeah, it sticks out of the pocket a whole lot, but you know, this is so tactical that that's fine with me, honestly. Like most knives that really bother me, but to use the wave feature properly, I kind of don't mind it that much. But really, really awesome knife. Really enjoying that. Next up, this is a repeat from last month. Another big knife, the Spyderco Native Chief, about what, 165, something like that. Really, really still liking this. I did finally take it apart and clean off. I had toothpaste mark on it the last time I did this update. This is a repeat from last month, but no, I did finally clean it off. This is just such a great user. It just really is. Cutting cardboard, which is a huge thing that I do, and when I cut cardboard, I have to cut like acres of it. And the ergos are good. Slicey blade, long blade. It works extremely well for that, and for a bunch of other stuff too. Really enjoying the Native Chief. I don't think I will ever stop enjoying it. Usually on my Spydercos, I almost always put on a deep carry clip. Don't feel the need to on this one because it's so big that trying to hide it seems kind of dumb. But it does carry much smaller than you'd expect. I said before in the review, it carries more like a PM2 than anything else. It may even feel smaller in the pocket than a PM2. Next up, a knife that does not carry smaller than a PM2, but is still in the Spyderco family. The Mannix 2 Crew Wear. This is snuck back in. I do carry this a fair bit. It's always on the cusp of making the list every month, but this time it did. This is the Knife Center exclusive Crew Wear with the smooth G10 and Flytanium ball bearing lock and MXG gear pocket clip. We've talked about this knife a whole lot, but yeah, there's a reason for it. It's because I like it a whole lot. I've always said I like the Mannix 2 just a little bit better than the PM2. Not dramatically so, but I have long fingers and it just fits my hand better. Another one, again, slicing cardboard and stuff I just like using. I like the Crew Wear. Just a really, really good knife. Not much more to say about that. And next up, as I said, it's winter time, so going a bit bigger and heavier. I think you guys know what that means because you guys know I love this knife and you guys always ask to see it. So yeah, Chaves, the Chaves Ultramar 229, great knife. Yes, I still hate the skull pocket clip. I don't hate it anymore. I dislike the skull pocket clip. I've gone down to dislike. But the blade on this thing is just so good. And the quality is so good. It's M390, and I just really like using it. It's just a great freaking knife. It is big and bulky, but like I said, now I wear a jacket all the time. So, yeah, I just chuck it in the jacket pocket and forget about it. And then I don't have to worry about the stupid clip. So it's fine. I do like that it's a thumb stud. Actually, you know what? Yeah, only one of these knives on here is a flipper. I do get flipper fatigue. I've talked about this many times. Being a reviewer, a lot of knives are flippers. You get sick of flippers. It's anything against it, but it's just there's so many that you just kind of get tired of it. So I do like thumb deployment knives. And yeah, no issues. None of these have had any issues yet. That's why I haven't brought any up. All of them have been fine. Normally during these monthly updates, I talk about one or two that have a couple issues, but spoiler, yeah, they're all fine. No big deal. But yeah, I love this thing. You love this thing. You guys always want to see it on the live shows. So yeah, cannot fathom a situation in which this would go away. Next up, number one, I always save the one I carry the most for last. And I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's the same as last month. It's the Protech drop Ferrum Forge Mordax, whichever order those words you want to put them. Yeah, just love it. It's just always in my pocket. I do not expect it to be number one next month, just because when it gets cold out sometimes, I would prefer to have something with a G10 or a carbon fiber handle, where this is aluminum. And, you know, it gets cold. I'm in upstate New York. It gets cold. So, but still really liking it. I know it's a little thick behind the edge, but it does not bother me a bit in actually using it. The ergos are still good. I think it still looks great. I love this new blue one I got. And it's just that action is so much fun. I'm never going to get tired of that. So I'm just never going to get tired of it. Nice deep carry's great. Yeah. Flipper tab sticks out a little bit when you carry it, but it's not obnoxious. I love this thing. It is not inexpensive. It's 250 something. Oh, by the way, the Chaves is 375 if you're wondering about that. Yeah, love it. It's just a great knife. And yeah, I don't care that it's expensive as it is. It's not that expensive, and you know, the Chaves is more, and I still carry that. Carry your stuff, guys. Just carry your stuff. Don't worry about it, especially if it's something that you can get again. And this is going to be a production knife from drop, so you are going to be able to get them again. So don't worry about it, is kind of my opinion. It's not like it's a Spyderco Sprint Run or anything. I don't mean to go off on a tangent, but like, this is a Spyderco dealer exclusive. I still carry it. Now, I will say the Spyderco Sprint Runs, I'm apprehensive of carrying. I will say that. I will fully admit that, because Spyderco collectors go crazy with the bids on them. So, like, I just talked about in the last video, if you want to see that. I'll try to remember to link to that at the end here. I got a regular Shaman instead of the Crewwear micarta one, because I wanted a Shaman back again, because the Crewwear ones were already going for $350, $400 on eBay and stuff. So, you know, it's just like, yeah, when they shoot up in value like that, you worry about it. But the dealer exclusives don't shoot up much. And yeah, the other two I showed you, they might be pricey, but you're going to be able to get them again. Don't worry about it. I hate to say hashtag use your shit, but you know, that's a common hashtag thing. But yeah, use your stuff. I don't keep anything that I wouldn't dare use. I know some of you guys are collectors. I've never been a collector. I would never categorize myself as that. I have a lot of knives, but I wouldn't consider myself a collector. I just like to change stuff up that I'm using, and I try to use everything. So anyway, that was a long rambly end to what could have been a much shorter video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've been Brian. Have a good one.